and it's something beyond what I do, I'm delving into today. We're going to do something different with this editorial. Let's talk about cell phones. But CNET does that, Mama, along with Phone Dog and all those other phone reviewers, Mama. Why do you need to delve into this? I'll tell you why, Willie. Because this is an important subject. Cell phones have evolved over time, much like most technology has evolved over time. We're at a point now where there's a big screen, and there's no buttons, no physical keyboard, no nothing. It's all about the design and the latest features and all the gizmos and gadgets and whatnot. But now it's getting to a point where it's really starting to grind me a little bit, and thus I need to do this video. Why the hell are smartphones getting so goddamn fucking expensive? And don't worry, that won't be the title on the damn thing when this gets up and running. Seriously though, they're really getting up there. Like, the cheapest of the high-end smartphones, yeah, that runs for $750 nowadays on a non-contract. You know what you can get for that amount? A laptop with all the same features and, oh, by the way, a bigger screen. Why do we need to delve into laptop price levels? It's not like they're even as big as a laptop. I mean, the biggest ones are like 6 inches, which is approaching tablet size, for Christ's sake. Hell, Samsung even came up with a design, which Hawaii, I believe, is duplicated as well, where it's a 2-in-1, but for a phone, where if you fold it shut, it's a phone. You fold it open, it's a nice tablet. But you're not going to believe how much that's worth. I'm sure you'll be quite shocked, just like the people when at Samsung when they announced it. Oh, is it $100, Mama? No, but they probably would have been shocked at that too, Willie. $2,000 is what it's going to run you to get this fucking phone. Yeah, $2,000 for a phone. I never thought I'd come to this. Why do you need to spend so much money on a phone? There are so many budget phones with some of the same features that you could get for like $200 or $300. That used to be the norm for a high-end phone. Not anymore, because we have to make them bigger and bigger and bigger. It's all because of Apple and Samsung's fueling, bittering rivalry to try and come up with the best smartphone. So they're going to top each other. Kind of like when Mr. Krabs and Plankton tried to duke it out with the grease, and you all know how that ended up. Neither side won. I think it's going to boil down to that between Samsung and Apple. As great as the phones are and as mesmerized as you are by how they look, the consumer is going to lose, and thus the corporations are going to lose, because they're going to lose money, because no one's going to waste their money on stuff like this when they can get a cheaper phone or another product for that price. Hell, you can get a fucking low-end rental car for $2,000. That's pretty cheap for a car. For a phone, that's way too fucking expensive. I don't care what features they have. A phone should not be worth that much of your investment. I mean, seriously. You could get a BlackBerry. Hell, I have a BlackBerry, which I use so proudly for my videos now, with a physical QWERTY keyboard and a 4.5-inch touchscreen for $300. That's a fucking good combination. And it runs not the latest version of Android, but it's a relatively newish version of Android. And you get all the same features that you would on a Samsung phone that's worth $2,000 fucking bucks. I mean, why can't we just, why do we have to raise the prices on phones? Why do we have to compete and make so many high-end products to make so much money? Because people are desperate. Phone companies are desperate because they're running out of ideas to convince people to get their product. This is kind of the way Hollywood has been going with their movies. They're running out of ideas and they're trying to come up with reboots and all that wonderful stuff. And it's not really working out so well. I mean, you really think people are going to waste $2,000 on a phone when they can get a laptop for that price? With the high-end features, and oh, by the way, a bigger screen, or even a car that might have some of the technological stuff. Though not really, but at least it's cheap compared to getting a phone with that amount. Here's what you need to do, smartphone companies. I hope you're paying attention, because this is strictly specific on you. do something with your phones. I mean, make cheaper phones. Look at what Motorola and BlackBerry are doing. They're making cheaper phones. It doesn't have the high-end features of a Samsung and an Apple, but it's cheap enough that it's worth your investment. Why can't you go that route, Samsung and Apple? Why can't you make cheaper phones to draw people into your products? Because they are big fucking corporations that can afford to do this stuff. And they know that it is going to force people to have to decide, do I want to get drawn in with this product and be hypnotized by it regardless of the price? Or does it make me want to think? Like most people are going to think. Is it really worth my investment, or can I get a phone that's cheaper with some of the same features? Maybe that's what they're trying to do with these phones. Because there are other options. But if they're trying to get people to get these products, they're not going to do it with these prices. And thus they have to reconsider. And so my thought and hope is that Samsung and Apple learns from this editorial and realizes that this is a big wake-up call for them to not make their phones so fucking expensive. Because otherwise, you're going to draw people away and they're going to go to Motorola and BlackBerry for their phones. Or spend that money on other important stuff like a laptop or a car. So I hope Samsung and Apple realizes this and tries to make cheaper smartphones with those same features, if not all of them, close to all of them, that can at least draw people into their products and not to the competition. The choice is yours, Samsung and Apple. I let you figure that one out. I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it, so that it sounds great, doesn't have to, and neither should you.